Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm King POSH, your host for today's show. So today, guys, we are looking at my rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive drift tunes for the 2002 BMW M3 GTR. So first, we're going to start with the rear-wheel drive, because of course I'm using the stock engine. We can actually look at the engine. Very pretty. It says BMW M Power. It's gorgeous. It's tucked deep into the car, so that just means, better handling. It is a wild looking car. I absolutely love it. Of course, it's got a paint job on it to make it even look even more special, more like a Need for Speed kind of ordeal. As you can tell, I have no plate. I took the plate off. You can do that, and it's pretty nice. Really strange trunk. Let's have a nice look inside and let's give it a sound. Very gorgeous basic interior. It sounds pretty good. Sounds like a BMW. Let's get right into it and show you guys what I've done. So first, we're going to go right to the two tunes I have up. I have a King's all-wheel drive drift up there, and I have a King's rear-wheel drive drift. Alright, 898 horsepower with almost about 650 foot-pounds of torque. So that's the first one we're going to start with, so let's get right into it. Show you guys what I've put onto this car. It's got the stock powertrain. Alright, you can put a 6.2 liter V8 or a 5.2 liter VE10. And that wouldn't be too bad either, especially since there's turbo flooders that come from this engine. I've said it before in my videos in the past. So if you want turbo flutter, definitely go with the 5.10. 5.2, yeah, V10. Stock drivetrain. Alright. Now, this is my rear-wheel drive, so my rear-wheel drives usually run a supercharger. Alright. Yeah, there's no body kits, just, spoilers. Now, this one you can do a little bit more. You can have a higher spoiler, a low spoiler, or no spoiler. I went with just the regular. It looks good this way. This is how I remember it from, Need for Speeds and whatnot. So that's why I keep it that way. Alright, tires I'm using is a stock tire compound. Max width in the front. And stock in the rear. Rims, these are what the original rims look like, and they still look pretty good on the with that paint job. But I use my TC105Ns. They're light, full carbon fiber rims. That's why I like them. Alright, max track width in the front, right in the middle on the rear, making it as flush as possible with the bodywork is why I did it. Alright, with the lips at the top of the wheel wells. Here we go, clutch, race transmission, race driveline, and a race differential. Of course, we got some race brakes, drift springs and dampeners. We got race anti-roll bars for the front and rear. No roll cage, but you guys could run a roll cage if you wanted to. Alright. And as light as can be. So, it's still a pretty heavy vehicle. To me, I always think it is. I mean, if it's not 2,000 pounds, it's heavy. Anyways, alright, race intake. Race fuel systems. Everything here should be fully upgraded. Yep. Now, if it's too slippery for you, I mean, I am running a stock compound. I mean, you could take it to a rally tire compound. Um, it handles great on the road. It slides pretty good, and you can take it off-road. Light rally. All right, so there you go. There is the what I put onto the car. Now let's get right into the tune and show you guys what I've done to it. So we got 55 in the front and 55 in the rear. We also have a top speed, so it is a semi-straight drift build. Alright, here's my gearing. Alright, you guys can just pause this at any time, write down these numbers if you need to. Here is my alignment. It is a straight build, a solid straight build, 2.1. Semi-straight is 3.6. And then just full out is anything higher than 3.6 on the rear. All right, it gets harder and harder to control the car in a straight line the more you increase this number. All right. All right, anti-roll bars 29.60 and 23.80 for my rear-wheel drive. All right, this is a great anti-roll bar setup for if you have a rear-wheel drive car. Springs 955.2 and then 936.3, and then I try to make the car as even as possible, as level, you could also say. So 8.7 and 8.8. Dampening, this is horizon, so it's 20 and 20 and 3 and 3. Follow that, you'll love it. I have it set this way so when you're going around the turns and there's bumps in the road, this thing just glides right over them. It all works. You don't want a rear end that's too bouncy, or or just too soft. This is just right. All right, aero, no downforce, so we're not going to worry about that. But if you do guys have downforce, take them all the way down to speed. All right. Braking, it's my rear-wheel drive. Sometimes I touch the brakes and sometimes I don't. This one I didn't have to, so 50 and 100. And then the differential, I opened it up on this one, so it's all high, 100 and 100. So there's that tune, all right? Then it's only got 8 downloads right now, but it is a really good car. I really enjoy it. It drifts very, very well.
Arrived at your destination.
I pulled a 36, but I mean, if you've seen my past videos, the more you do it, the more you warm up those tires, the better it'll be. The points just keep on climbing. So it is a great, great car. So that 8 downloads is not surprising because this car is not cheap. Like, they're still selling on the auction house for around, 1-2 million credits. So they are expensive. So let's go right to my all-wheel drive. I have 121 downloads and 117 use. Alright, now we're going to just, probably skim past a few things here. Alright, this one, I've got the 6.2 liter V8. Alright, it's got 1,002 horsepower. It's also a supercharger. Now you can run a turbocharger if you would like, since it is all-wheel drive, but I saw it handled pretty well with the revs going up needle climb, running the supercharger. So I left it with the supercharger. Of course, it's an all-wheel drive car. Alright, everything here is the same. Alright, here Tires are going to be stock. Alright. And then we got stock width in the front and stock width in the rear. It's an all-wheel drive car, so it's going to be set up different. It's got the TC105 ends there. Same thing, got the max width out there. Alright, so it keeps up with the bodywork. And then this one also goes out. And it still looks good. Everything here is going to be in race all the way through to the race differential. Alright, we decided we wanted to skip across. Got the race brakes. Of course, we got the drift springs and dampeners. This one also has race for both of these, for the front and rear. No roll cage, and also as light as can be. So 2,900 pounds. That's heavy to me. Heavy, man. Heavy. Alright, everything here is going to be raced to get up to 1,002 horsepower. Everything. Even the intercooler and the race oil. Now, if you want to save some weight but lose some power, you could definitely do these. I mean, there you lost 20 pounds there. Yeah, and you definitely lost, you know, a good 100 and something pounds there. So if you want to save weight, you could do that. And it's got a race flywheel. Let's get right to the tune, show you guys this tune. So, just like the rear-wheel drive, got 55 and 55. Its top speed is failed, so it's not a straight build or a semi-straight build. Alright, here's my gearing. It doesn't go all the way up to 273 miles per hour. You don't need that when you're drifting up needle climb. Here is this. It is right there at the semi-straight, but I don't. Usually the top speed tells you something, so it shouldn't be too bad for you guys. Look at that. I touch it back and forth, and it goes right to 213. So that's your top speed. This is Horizon. What do I expect? Things are broken. Anyways, let's move on. Anti-roll bars. I kept it the same for the all-wheel drive. I didn't touch it. I just pretty much changed the alignment, tried it out, and called it good. But if you really want a good number, you can run 810 and 1950. But apparently this worked for me, and that's what we did. Here, springs are 954.7. Really, it should be 955 and 936. All right. Lows you can go 7.7 and 8.8 is what I did here. Dampening, completely backwards. So you got 3.3, 3.0, 3.0, 20.0, and 20.0. So you switch them. I have so many different numbers, but it works. I don't know how, but it does. All right, no downforce. Braking is different from the rear-wheel drive. You got 70% to the front with 130% pressure. And then my differential, if you guys have seen my past videos, this differential is not broken, it works. So 76, 46, 97, 97, and 71% going to the rear. Sure. I mean, that is the right number. I don't know why I switched it by 1 point. It's not going to make a difference. It really isn't. As long as you're in the ballpark of those numbers, you'll be fine. It sounds good. Sounds mean. Sounds like a V8. Great second gear.
You have arrived at your destination.
Right up to a 50,000 points the very first corner. That's what I call a gray car. And there you guys have it. There are my tunes for the O2. And this is a huge shout out to the guy who asked me to do this Winging Tundra. So huge shout out to Winging Tundra. Doesn't have anything on their channel, but very nice comments on all of my videos. Likes them all. I'm just in awe, and I love this person very, very much. So thank you, Winging Tundra. Alright guys, well hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see some more, let me know in the comments below and I will get to them when I can. Alright guys, well hey, have a great weekend, whatever, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, I'm King Posh.